Hello, welcome to day 15 in this PHP web framework video, and this is part 7. Actually, I just want to confirm that using the right, yep, it's all good. Okay, day 7. It's been a while since created a video in this. Really do need to get a proper routine going. Okay, let's just get to it. So what I was doing, finishing off the form system. We have favoriting, editing, and latest activity left. Aim is to get favoriting and editing done in this video. So favoriting, we're going to have it on. We'll go on here. This is our forum. Go to general discussion. We have, like, for example, we have a post right here, and we wanted a button here that just says favorite or not favorite, and this just allows the user to favorite not a comment but an actual post, so they can come back later on some sort of favorites page and see all of their favorites. So let's sort of granulate this task down. What do we need to do? We need to have a favorites view to view all of our favorites. Before that, we want a favorite button. Once the favorite button is done, we need a forum method to favorite, and beyond that we need the view favoriting implementation. So I think that should be enough to start doing what we need to do. So actually, before we even do that, forum forum favorite table. So if I go to the, which way should I move it? I'll do this way. Go to the browser, go to PHP my admin, oh, not PHP. If I go to PHP my admin, is this the one? This looks like the one to me. So now what I'm going to do is go to PHP Web Framework, go to down here. I want to create a table called forum favorites. Let's have a look what this will need. This should need an ID. This will need a user ID. This will need a post ID, or like a question ID, and it doesn't need, but I'm going to put in a timestamp. So I'm going to put 4 different columns. 4 columns. This is going to be ID. This is what is going to auto increment and be unique. It's going to be the primary one, so it's also going to be unique as well. This is going to be question ID. I'll type in user ID first. User ID, question ID, and finally timestamp. And I just want to confirm what format I'm using for timestamps everywhere else. It is a integer 32. Int 32. Save that. Okay, so we have done that now. Let's actually create a favorite button. So if we go to our forum question page, and we actually already have a button right here. actually, what would happen if I open this up in incognito mode, for example? Yeah, that's the issue right there. Okay, we're getting a few problems. Okay, we need to fix these issues first before we do anything else. And we may or may not be getting the issue with the commenting class. Actually, no, it's home/commenting. Yeah, we're getting it with this as well. So yeah, let's just fix all of this up. So, because if the user's not logged in, we don't want to mess stuff up. So this is saying on commenting. Once we've done this, this will probably we'll be able to easily fix the other errors as well. 184. What's 184? Count comment overall likes. Undefined variable post ID. Why is that undefined? Post ID. If I save that, refresh. Okay, so that's fixed that issue. So if I were to go to here, that has a very similar issue as well. I need to fix that. I need to go to template forum. It was down here somewhere. $post ID. Line 184 post ID. So now let's fix that, refresh. That has now fixed this, and I need to fix this now. So forum page, forum, line 227. Oh yeah, I'm going to be getting user data here. 227 is question liked. Uh, 227. So what we're going to do, if $user is logged in, so I'm going to copy that. Checks if a question has been liked. Is question liked if user logged in. Realistically, that should be done on the front end side. So if we go to questions, for example, actually I want to make sure that all aspects of the forum are okay. So it just seems to be the actual question page. So if I go to the question section, and it's going to be to do with like. Realistically, that is fine. This entire thing should only be done. I will create the upgrade user if the user is logged in. You can modify this however you want. You may want to actually show the buttons. I know some websites do. Then when you click them, it might take them to the actual login page or registration page. It might have some text saying, where you could obviously have something like else echo or whatever, and that would say whether or not it is, or what the user needs to do to be able to access that functionality. But I'm going to keep it simple like this, and I'm going to grab this again. Now, should I? Yeah, why not? I'm going to go to here, open up some PHP tags, and I'm going to do this. I'm going to close the PHP tags, and now I'm going to open some more PHP tags, close these PHP tags, do it like this instead. Do like a lot of empty space in my stuff, so only if the user is logged in. Now that does not like something on line 100. That should only be, oh no. So what, this part should actually be outside, because you still want to show how many likes there's been, even if we're not logged in. That's good. That's good stuff. That is. It's really good stuff. So now I'm happy with that. Refresh. This doesn't change because again, this was okay, so I can still like stuff. I can dislike stuff. And now, okay, we was doing the favorite button. It's going to be a submit type. This is going to be favorite question, and value is going to be favorite. You can have some sort of image here. You could have your own div, and you can style it however you want. That's totally up to you. But for the value, we're just going to have a simple input button. What you can do whatever you want. So favorite question. We now have that done. Favorite. At the moment, it does not do anything. So if we go to, what was the next section? It was forum method. So if we go to the forum class, we favorite a question for the user for later use. So public function favorite question, so it's almost like I'm asking them a question. What's your favorite question? But I'm not. Favorite question. Insert question. Yeah, this is the code. I'm not going to say it's going to be exactly like this. Actually, I'm also going to duplicate some of this. So instead of question favorite questions, questions table name. Copy and paste that over here. And instead of favorite forum question favorites, forum favorite questions, favorite questions. So I'm going to copy this, go to the config and go to forum. And the table was, you can obviously modify this if you change the table name, forum, favorites, was it lowercase f or uppercase f? It should be lowercase, so if it's not, I'll change it. Now it looks all good. And now if we go back to the forum class, so remember when we like a question, a lot of the code is going to be very similar because you can favorite and unfavorite stuff. So we got a user unable to favorite comment at this time. Get question. Yes, that is useful because unable. Because if somebody's trying to mess things up or there's like an incorrect question or it doesn't exist, we don't want to post it anymore. Dislike result, favorite result. I'm gonna put favorite result, and remember the questions table name is down here, so we need that there. Favorite result is everything from where question ID and user ID, we don't care about the type. So user ID and question ID equals ID and user ID. And timestamp. Was user ID, I believe, first. Forum favorites. User ID was first, so I'll get this. This is just for when we actually insert the data, which we're not doing yet, but we will be very soon. I'm going to copy that. So this is going to essentially remove, we're not going to insert anything. This is essentially going to remove favorite. If you click it again, so delete, so this will delete the favorite, and for favorite, not comment, we're going to favorite a question. Remove question like question. Thinking that doesn't sound right. That's obviously just remnant, code remnants from the commenting class, then we copied over the code like question. Okay, so that should delete it from the database if it's already been favorited. If it, and this plan for this should just be to favorite. Don't care about this. Don't care about this. It's not that complex. We can only favorite or not favorite. You can't dislike it and like or like it. Where you could like it and click the dislike, so you need to remove it and then like it. It's not that complex, so we don't need anything like that. Now I'm positive that is done now. We can mark that done. We need to view the favorite in implementation. Okay, view favorite. View favoriting. Where? What the hell was that? We've got favorites for you to view all of our favorites. View favoriting. Favorite. Okay. What this actually needs to be is green tea. It needs to be that method to, what's it called? Not method. We're gonna implement. We're gonna handle the button. Handle favorite button click. So now if we go to the question. So when a button has been clicked, where are we handling? Input. Okay. So when it is the favorite question, button thingy-majiggy, down up here, then what we need to do, we need the ID, that's not a problem, and we need to call favorite question. That should almost be implemented. Now if we go to browse, if I click favorite, if I click browse, we have it right here. And now if I were to click it again, this should now disappear because it's been deleted. If I click favorite, click browse, the ID, user ID, question ID, that's fine. The other thing we need to do now is it's not actually very representative of what the user is doing, whether it's been favorited or not. So we also actually did, so this is part done. We need in forum, we need something like this way. It is, we got is question liked. We need something for is question favorited. Check if the question has been favorited. Is question favorited. Favorited. And for the table name, we need this right here. Question ID, user ID, that's all we care about. We don't care about anything else. Don't care about a type, that's irrelevant. We're going to call this favorite result. Check if the... Okay, so if there's a result, then it's favorited. If it's not, then it's not favorited. Is question favorited, that's fine. Now we need to go to the question page. And in here, we're going to have something again for favorite button text, favorite. So I'm going to copy that, and instead of is question liked or is question disliked, it's going to be is question favorited. If so, we type in favorited. And my bad, I said we didn't need this, but we do. We are going to output it. Will change favorite. If I save that, so there exists. If I refresh, it should. Oh no! What's it saying? PDO statement execute. Favorite button text, the one that should be there. 2, let's say if we got rid of this, would that solve anything? Apparently it does. Is question favorited. So the problem lies in here. Is question favorited. Select everything from question favorite questions table name, where question ID equals ID and user ID equals, well, the user ID. Okay. So if I were to delete this, refresh, and if I were to refresh now, what part of this is it not liking? And I'm positive it's this, but we'll need to figure out why. Obviously, select everything from favorite questions table name, where question ID is user ID isn't equal to question mark. So, and if we refresh now, oh good, say favorited. If I click that, it says favorite because you can still favorite it. If I click that again, that's good. And now let me confirm by going to, let's say, another question. I can favorite this one. They are both now favorited. Boom, all done. So now we need to actually be able to view the favorites. To view it, we are going to go to our forum section. I'm going to create a new file. This is going to be called favorites.php. And do we need a module? No, we don't need a model because we're not passing in any data like that. So favorites will be inaccessible if, well, you're not logged in. So first of all, we need to go to like logout page, for example. Not the logout page, the register page, for example, is not available if you've logged in. So yeah, we're gonna change the title. Why not? Okay, so this is gonna be forum favorites. Don't need anything to reCAPTCHA. If you're not logged in, then you need to be redirected. So if we go to forum favorites, so localhost forum/favorites, I haven't handled it in the forum controller. Copy and paste this one, this will be easier. Favorites. Should have copy and pasted this one. Forum favorites. Save that. Refresh. Boom. We got favorites view appearing now, and now in here we need to actually loop over all of our favorites. So I'm going to get some code from, let's say, from the home page. So let's just copy and paste all of this for now. That's a general sort of format. We want this to be forum favorites. We need to create an instance of the forum, obviously. This is going to get favorites. I'm going to get a favorite for a particular ID, even though we can get the ID within our, what's it called, class itself, and we don't need to pass in a user ID. The reason we're actually going to pass in one is because we might want this method to get favorites of a particular user that isn't logged in. So at a later date, this will be a fantastic method to, this will put us in a very good position. So I'm going to put user and data. I'm going to have a look. So if I go to, let's say, forum, it is data ID. So if we go back to data ID, and this is going to be favorites. I'll just call it as row, that's fine. You have not favorited anything. For now, I'm actually going to comment this out, and I'm just going to do an echo of $row ID. It's going to echo out the ID, keep it simple. So I need to go to forum. I was wondering what was clacking. It was my lamp. It was next to the wall. So we need to get the get method, get questions. Get all the favorites for a question. So this is going to be get questions, favorites, favorites. So let's get rid of this. Get rid of this. Sort out the indentation. So we're going to get everything from favorite questions table name, where user ID equals $user ID. $favorites we probably won't want those favorites again, so let's just try to think what's the best way of doing it. So okay, if we've got some data, then we're going to return the result. So return that, and let's see what we get. 3 and 4 sounds about right. 3 and 4. Now let's actually make this a little better. So make them links for starters, which we already had the ahref part of it. Retrofit this. So this needs to go to forum question, and this is going to be, I think, $row ID, and that realistically, let me just put ID for now, but that will actually be the title of the post. So if I refresh, go to that one, takes us to this particular one. Is that even the right one? I don't think it is it? No. It's question ID we're looking for. Not the ID of this particular row in the database, I mean the table, which is within the database. 10 and 8. That looks a lot. That looks more like it. What gave it away was the fact that he didn't say favorited, and I was like, well, how can you not say it? So what I'm going to do is go to another one, favorite it. You can favorite your own, that's no problem. So forum favorites. So now what we want to do is do $forum get question. Question we want to get is $row ID. I'm going to assign that to $question, and instead of doing printing out the question, we're going to print out the title. Save that, refresh. Still need to decode it, and what was the situation for decoding it? We'll go to question, we'll get the code from here. HTML special child basics for decode, and now I need to go to favorites, and close that off, refresh, boom, there we go. Nope, that is not the title. At all. Like if I were to go to this, if I were to go here, we'll go to ask for features. If I type in hello and world, post it, favorite, refresh, what the hell is that coming back as? So if I were to go to, for example, forum questions, it might be okay. If I go to question, well, that is the way it's formatted. It's the way I'm doing it. So if I go to wherever I'm using the title, still keeps hitting it. That's fine now. What about it? Is it not liking? So we got random row curly braces, question, ID, instead I'm actually going to do print underscore R dollar question, save that, refresh, Have I even called the right method? Good question. Uncle get questions. So it's right here. Get the table row for a question. The question's table name. ID equals $ID. I think I know what I've done. If I go back to favorites, I need to get it based on the question ID. I'm very positive that is what fixed it. So if I go back, refresh, or spell it correctly, and there we go. It says hello. There we go. So that is all done now. Now I'm actually gonna, I'll have a look at how long. Ooh, been 40 minutes. Been a little while. So let me move over a bit, so I'm sort of better in the camera view. So what we want to do now is go to here, get rid of favoriting. Now editing, we got methods in the commenting class for editing. We don't have it implemented on the front end, but we're not going to be doing that for the forum either. I think you'll see something like an admin panel, for example, if you do provide that functionality to allow the user to edit their stuff. But we're going to provide the backend functionality, so the front end you can just change whenever you need to. So the backend is edit. So I'm going to copy that, go to forum. Edit a question. Edit slash, because it's technically you are updating the update question, and for the edit it's going to be edit question. There's two things you can edit on here: the title and the actual description. The ID is just of the question ID that you're editing. So update favorites. No. That should be questions table name. There should be a method called time. There should be something to store the time edited. So if I go to the structure and I add another column, and this is up 32, time edited, that is 0. And when we actually do it, let's also do time 0, time edited. So now with that we have time edited, time. We also need to do the description, which will be before. Actually, it's enough to do with this. Oh, why did I add it into here, not the actual question? Even though we already got it time edited, so I can go to structure, get rid of time edited, so just drop time edited. If we go to form questions now, that's fine. So time posted, I do like to do it in the order that it is in the table. I don't think that's necessary. Don't quote me on that one, but I don't think it is. But I do prefer to be the same. And when we insert a question, we need to, okay, it's encoded in the exact same way, so I can just do title title. So that's literally it. So now I'm actually going to do like test edit. If I go to the favorites, for example, and I go down here, the $forum, edit question, and the question that I'm going to edit is $14. I'm going to add a title of updated, and I add some, what's it called, some information. This is going to be called hello world. Save that, and if I were to go to favorites, for example, line 464. Okay, I've used the wrong variable clearly, so if we go back to forum, it should be description. Updated. And yeah, that is it. So I can go into here, get rid of editing. Now, the latest activity similar to New Boston forum. In all fairness, do I need this? And the reason I say this is we have a lot of the methods here that you need an extra method, but I think the way like the latest activity would be dependent on the way you wanted to do your form, so I'm not going to put that in there. You would have, because you can have it based on latest activity, you could have it based on most popular. So I think I'll leave those methods alone for now, and when I need them, you need them, I'll implement them, or I'll let it data and I'll implement them. So that is the forum system now done. Combine load and get for forum and commenting. That's the last thing I want to do. So if I go to for commenting, so if I go to forum, it just feels like this is overkill, and I feel like if I were to just get this instead of doing load section, and then if I were to just put this in here, this will put me in a, I think it'll just be better. So instead of returning true from here, I'm not going to be returning anything actually. So if there is a count, happy with that, so I can get rid of that method. So I can get the categories. Yeah, I've already combined it there. Is it pretty much the same? It would appear so. We are returning false there. Actually, yeah, we can return false there. And we can also, nope. Else return false. So I should just be able to get this. I think comments, do I have that as well? Go load and get comments. Actually, is it overkill? I just feel like those methods could be useful at a later date. So honestly, I'm gonna leave them in here. So yeah, I'm gonna leave them in here. That's fine. I'm just gonna say that is skipped. In progress. Next will be blog. So well, that's gonna be the next part of it. It's gonna be the blog. Exciting stuff. So this is the end of day 15, aka forum part 7. The forum is now done, and then we're going to be getting on to the blog. Throughout this forum, like part of this vlog series, we've done quite a few changes to the the commenting system, and those changes will be beneficial when we get on to doing the blog system, because we'll be using the commenting system in the blog system. So it's good that we actually abstracted the commenting system out, because we could use it for favoriting, we could use it for the blog, when we will be able to use it for the blog, and we could use it for anything really, and anywhere that we have like commenting features. So if, let's say, it was on Sonar Learning, like there is actually no commenting feature on a particular video, you can go into the forum section, the question and answers, and actually post something there and link it to a video, but you can't actually go into the forum and do it. I mean, on the video and do it there. So we could just add the commenting section there. That would be a easy way of doing it. We'd have to do hardly any new code, just a few lines, and that will be it, which is fantastic. So we've abstracted out. That's good stuff. So yeah, we'll be starting the blog very soon. If you have any questions, feel free to post them on our education platform, sonarlearning.co.uk, or feel free to just post them in the comments, ask however you can, Twitter, Facebook, however really. And all of the source code is available on GitHub. There'll be a link in the description. Feel free to use it, modify it, add to it, whatever. Feel free to suggest ideas. We actually encourage that, because we want this to be the ultimate web framework created by the community for the community. If you want to edit the notes page, suggest features, do that. That would be fantastic. So before I end this video, I'm just going to do one last thing, and that is going to be committing to GitHub. So let's submit to GitHub. So PHP Web Framework. We'll go to code, and you find a window. Go to applications. Go to XAMPP, htdocs, PHP Web Framework. Copy that. Put that in the recycle bin. Okay, for the database schema, we do need a new database schema. So if we go to phpMyAdmin, go to the table, the database, export it, and export is done. Ooh, got some old stuff that we can get rid of in here. That's fine now. Now let's have a look. 8 committed changes, or 8 uncommitted changes. And that looks all good to me. Let's have a look at the SQL page. Forum favorites. Okay, fantastic. So what we're going to do now is do day 15 code commit, forum, system, part 7, commit, sync. And now it's all committed. So we can just confirm it. Confirm that the notes didn't mess up. Yep. Very rarely does, but the odd time it has for me. And that looks all good. So now, that is it for the PHP Web Framework series. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in the next video in this vlog series. And as usual, well, thank you for watching. Please hit that subscribe button, leave us a comment, and there's one other one I'm forgetting. Hit that subscribe button, leave us a comment, and like this video. So I'll see you soon. Bye.